Hello, Mishawaka High School. It's Sean Kenricky here with Matt Rendell, bringing you NorthWood versus Mishawaka Wrestling here at the Cave on Mishawaka Network. Right now, currently, you're going to see some JV matches, and then after the JV matches, we'll go to the varsity, both boys and girls. Girls on the left, boys on the right. How do you think this matchup is going to go?
We are pretty excited. It's an exciting time for Mishawaka wrestling. We're kind of wrestling throughout the state. You got girls wrestling started for the first time this year as an IHSA sport. You got the boys wrestling at Mishawaka, which has always been a good team, and they're primed to have another good season. We were here on Tuesday, Sean. We did Concord wrestling. What were your takeaways from that wrestling on? What day was that? Tuesday.
Tuesday. My takeaways were, my friends, the people I know around the school, they say that Mishawaka is a wrestling school more than a football or anything else. And I kind of believe it. I can see it out here when they're wrestling. They bring all the energy they have. They try the best they can. I see them going around school after practices, after weight rooms, all that. They're always working as hard as they can so they can be the best they can on the mat. And I think that's what something special Mishawaka High School brings to Indiana wrestling, really. Currently. On your left, you can see our first JV matchup. Sorry, we will not know the names. Or on currently, my bad. Seems like he might have hurt his nose a little bit.
We're back. We're back. We got JV. What just happened over here? A pin, it looked like?
I do believe
it was
that
a
was
pin
a pin
over on
us.
the left. Right now, we're showing you kind of our setup for what you'll see here shortly, which is going to be our double screen. Girls will be on your left, I believe. Boys on your right. We'll check and make sure, but that should be what's going on there. Right now, only one match, so we're going to take you back just to that one as we are underway here with JV wrestling. We don't know the wrestlers' names. We'll keep you updated on what's going on. This is a big match here, and another NLC match. Both schools have beaten Concord. Let's go through. We got some notes here. Let's see what we got. Concord was here. That was 59-23 by the Cavemen. LaPorte defeated Concord 54-24. Ooh, a big takedown. That looks like that might be a pin there for this JV match. He's counting it out there. 54-24 win over Concord for Northwood on December 4th. Look at that. That's a great angle. Good job down on the floor on that camera.
Oh, he's trying to get that.
He's really trying to get that pin.
Left
Look at
shoulder,
that.
Yep.
He's close.
Even smiling while doing it.
Yep. Northwood did have a tough go this last weekend, though. Last weekend they lost a few matches. They lost to Lowell 71-12. Lowell's a very good team. As they're kind of dominating so far this year. Maryville's always a good program. They have a couple really good top-ranked wrestlers again this year. And then Rensselaer Central, that was a close one, 38-36. And again, these scores right now we're telling you are boys. We'll get to the girls here in a second. We do have some updates on them. So, Sean, Northwood's having a pretty good year. Northwood was able to sneak one through last year in the NLC against the Cavemen in the NLC tournament. They were able to beat the Cavemen just barely. So, what do you see looking at some of these scores, right? It's a similar score to Concord. We don't know much about these wrestlers. We haven't watched them. We watched ours, though. What do you think about Mishawaka's chances in the boys' match?
Well, our Mishawaka boys, we've got a good spread of players. I mean, we've got people who are still undefeated.
By players, you mean?
Wrestlers.
There you go.
And the curse continues.
You're good. Yeah, we saw some really dominant performances. Who are some of the wrestlers you kind of remember off the top of your head that have really done well this year?
Well, the lightest weight we have, Nick Freeze.
Yep.
Still 6-0,
Freshman.
which is amazing. He's a freshman, too. which is just spectacular to see.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't he also part of that the wrestling club thing?
I'm sure he was. Yeah, a lot of these wrestlers came up in the Mishawaka Wrestling Club.
We also got Brody Blevins, 6-0.
Yep, and
as well
Brody's partner in crime, Colton Hanley, is standing over here. Some of the basketball players here to watch some wrestling. So, yeah, Brody's also 6-0.
We got Drew Ginter, 6-0.
Yep,
Had a very nice match last meet.
yep.
We got Trey Dunning, still 6-0.
Yeah, and Trey looks really good. And Trey is the only returning state person that went to state for the Cavemen. So that is something he's hoping to do at a higher weight class this year. Let's get to the girls. NorthWood girls look a little tough. Got some tough wrestlers here. Why don't you start out with their probably best wrestler, number one wrestler at 135.
At 135, they have Neymar Dafar, a junior, ranked number 1 in state, second in IHSGW state last year.
Yeah, second place.
Amazing.
She wasn't ranked first until this last week, where she has now beat the person that was ranked first. She beat her twice in the last week or so. So that is a huge, huge.
You know she's got to be happy about that.
Well, and it's going to be a tough match. That's at 135. And that looks like it might be, I don't know who she's wrestling because I don't think that's right, but we'll find out here. We had a lot of changes we had to write down. But right now it says good Godwin, but we'll check that. So Far, a very good wrestler.
Yes.
What else we know about Northwood's girls team?
They're 2-1 on the season.
Yep.
They've also defeated Culver Military, 36-16.
And Culver Military usually has pretty good teams. They do well wrestling.
I mean, they are a military school. They defeated Concord 54-4, which is amazing.
Yep.
I mean, that is crazy.
It's amazing. Also, we saw Concord girls here on Tuesday. Concord only has one wrestler.
Yeah,
on the so Mishawaka did beat Concord as well, but that was a little bit a bigger blowout. But the one wrestler for Concord did get a pin and got them 6 points. So, and then they had one last one.
They tied with Triton.
Yep.
Lost on criteria.
Yeah, so that means they were tied 36-36, and based on the criteria, they lost that tiebreaker. So technically, they lost that 37-36, but
seems like our JV match is getting a little heated.
It is.
You love to see it.
And that's, as we're looking at it, you can see in the background, far there on the left, I'll put that on there. You can see some of the girl wrestlers there for Northwood. And on the far left, that is Naima Gafar, who will be wrestling at 135 today. One of the best wrestlers in the state, especially currently ranked number 1 in 135. So that is a big match coming up here shortly.
Northwood girls are also 15 out of 37 schools at East Noble Invite.
Yeah, that was last weekend. Mishawaka was there too. I don't know where Mishawaka finished, but to do some updates on that, at the East Noble Invite, Kaylee Smith got first. Nalia Suggs was second in her weight class, and freshman Annika Gradeless was third. Those were the only placers for the Cavemen. We'll see how they do. The real problem was for the Cavemen tonight is Kaylee Smith is not here. She is absent today. She will not be wrestling at 140. She's one of the Cavemen's best wrestler, probably the best wrestler, has the most high school experience.
Yeah.
So that's a tough loss for the Cavemen. We'll see if the Cavemen girls wrestling team can still pull one out. We are done with period number 2 here in this JV match. We got a lot more coming, so we're going to be here for a while. Let's quickly go through. Last night we were here broadcasting some girls basketball. Evan Lynn running the TriCaster, doing graphics here in a little bit for that, was on the call, or was on the graphics for that game. He's going to be on the call tomorrow night. We've had back-to-back working nights. We worked actually Sunday at Vespers. Were you there?
I was there.
Vespers fun. It's a cool event.
It was very good.
It's a unique event.
Good event on my birthday.
Yeah, you can on your birthday.
Event,
way to go, man. But Vespers is a really cool event. There's really no cheering at it. It's just kind of a more somber tone, but it's Christmas and some other songs. It's kind of fun. It's they do the live pictures, which is really interesting. You can check that out on the Mishawaka Network. We were off Monday, but we were really in action on Tuesday. You and I were here for wrestling.
Yes.
Both the boys and girls teams beat Concord pretty handily. But at the same time, boys basketball with Evan, Daniel, they were down in the gym. The boys basketball team off to a rough start. Marion got the best of them, beating them by 20-plus points. But we'll see if the boys team can bounce back tomorrow.
We hope.
And then last night we were here for girls basketball. Were you here last night?
I was not.
You were in here, yeah. Daniel Phillips and I called the girls game as we get ready to end this semester. And the girls, they played a little bit better at times, but again, John Glenn kind of really put it to them a little bit, and it was a little bit of a tough game for them. So that was our broadcast this week. We got a few coming up next week. Next week, we're going to try a unique event and try to stream some swimming.
First swimming event live, I believe, maybe.
Well, we did some during COVID. But that was just during COVID, it was just me and one of the divers at the time, Dakota Stone. He would dive and then come up and announce. And so I had an iPad, and it was just us two up in the stands. So we'll see how we do next week. Hey. That'll be swimming against Riley. And here looks like a pin. There it is. NorthWood gets the pin.
We'll see who's announcing that day.
Yeah. Swimming's hard. You got to get names. There's lots of names. So we'll see how we do as Josh Kite walks by us here. We got a few kind of heavier weights coming up here. I'm wondering why they're not using both mats. I think we'd be done faster.
Yeah. Hey.
That's why I think that's what they're talking about now. Oh, I think they're working on that scoreboard. You see on the left there, Sean.
That
scoreboard
is not on. Our
this one's working.
Left was worse.
On Tuesday, we did have kind of a crazy. We might be back.
Like we have both scoreboards.
On Tuesday, let me give you a little look here. Our kind of right scoreboard, which is what side? Is that the west side of the building, was working great, and they just got it up and running now. But on the left side, this one was just blinking up and down. It was like a Christmas tree up there as we're back to wrestling there in front of you.
It was flashing green somehow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Who knows?
So, see if we get those scoreboards working. Evan is first time running graphics here for wrestling, so he's going to do the best we can. We're going to try to get it right. You never know. If we get some names wrong, there's lots of changes, so we'll do the best we can on that. But we will be getting that for you here shortly as we're still doing some JV matches right in front of you.
Speaking of matches, Kobe Smith played very well on Tuesday. Did get 2 unsportsmanlike calls.
Yeah. Well, and those are things you got to stay away from. I remember one year there was a student from Mishawaka at one of the big, I think it was Al Smith maybe, and he was wrestling well, had a chance for a big upset, but he came through and tried to do a kind of around the neck, but he came through and actually punched the guy in the face and got disqualified. And so you got to be careful with those things. He was very aggressive, which can be good, right? Aggressiveness in wrestling is good. There's a pin for the Cavemen in that JV match there.
One of our more aggressive wrestlers is Will Mason.
Absolutely, yeah.
He's very quick, does very fast movements, tries to use his strength.
Yeah, Coach Steve Sanford, he's going to update me. Well, that was a good update. I don't know if you heard, Sean. Did you hear?
I heard that our scoreboard
not really working, so we're going to be here a long night. Are you ready? Evan, are you ready?
No, but I guess we are.
We are going to be wrestling everything on the left mat here today. So if you see on your screen here, if I go wide for you, you got the 2 mats, but right now the right scoreboard not working. So we're going to wrestle girls first and then boys. So we are in for a long evening here tonight.
Let's just hope the Cavemen can get some quick pins, eh?
Yeah. Well, you're going to have a number of forfeits in the girls, right?
Yeah.
You see right off the bat, you got a couple here. We're going to start. Oh, we could update you on that. We're going to start the girls at 170, I think is what we said. Where did we write that? There we go. We're going to start the girls, at 170. Boys are going to start at 175. So we're going to get those heavyweights in both boys and girls out of the way quickly. As Hatfield's on his back, this doesn't look good for him.
We both
yeah, there it is. So we're going to get Ryan a little bit more set up here.
That would be a NorthWood win for JV.
Jim Flatt on the announcers here. He's giving us some updates what's going on as the lights go out, and here we are at the cave. Not the cave. I'm about to say the cave. This is a fun, exciting.
I think I did say the cave earlier, too.
This is an exciting setup. They got the spotlights on both mats. The girls on your left, the boys on your right. I'm as zoomed out as I can be, so that's all we got there. But we got camera people on the floor there. You can see them in the bottoms of your shot. They're going to get us those starting lineups here. What they're going to do is they're going to announce them. They're going to run out to the center and shake hands. So we're going to show them running into the center and shaking hands. The wider we are, the better until they go out there. But they're going to kind of alternate. So we'll alternate with them here shortly once they start doing those announcements. It's kind of exciting.
It is.
Kind of feel like you need some hype music, you know?
Wish we could. Just a little rock and roll. I feel like wrestling would be a rock and roll.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well,
I feel like football has to be like a hip-hop rap. So does
they may have got this other scoreboard working. We're going to see what's going on.
We pray. 'Cause I'm trying to get home. I got school tomorrow and work. Ugh.
School and work tomorrow. But tomorrow is Friday. And you do have my class tomorrow.
I do have your, well, guess I'm napping.
No, but Sean.
Guess I'm taking a little snooze.
In mass media class, we're working on a sound design project where they're sound designing a scene from Toy Story.
Have not started on that yet?
No, you already recorded audio, though.
I did.
Yeah. We're also working on a shot-for-shot recreation there of a scene from a movie. So, I don't know what's happening right now as we're taking a pause here.
We will begin with the lineup for the girls.
Okay. We're beginning with the girls' lineups.
At 105, NorthWood forfeit to C. Powell, Mishawaka.
So there is the first girl there that they're announcing.
NorthWood forfeits to Oak Gradeless.
This is going to be another forfeit. Annika Gradeless. There she is.
We'll have to see it.
Here's 115. We do have a match at 115. That's going to be Taylor Garrison and Riley Stevens. We got that one right.
Ooh.
And there is a NorthWood Sanchez and Mishawaka forfeit at 120. And there is a 125, Keegan Kite and Peyton Johnson. Nope, there's Peyton Johnson, actually. So we're off a little bit here, but we'll make it work.
135 for NorthWood and Garcia will receive a forfeit.
There's another forfeit. So a lot of forfeits here in the girls.
We do apologize for any mispronunciation.
Yeah, we're going to do our best. Jackson there against Gavar. Williams. Hopefully that's Kaiser there. We're not sure, but we're going to hope.
155 NorthWood and London will receive a forfeit.
Yep, London there at 155, a forfeit for the Cavemen.
Seems like they get a good amount of forfeits this game. Cavemen are going to have to put in some work. Well, at least
another forfeit. And then, so all those we're going to start at 170. There's going to be 3 straight forfeits, actually, and then we're going to go back up here. So we're not going to see a match till 115. We're going to go over to the boys next. I think we got the boys right, but we're going to find out. So there you got Braden Gorehouse of NorthWood, Nick Freeze of Mishawaka. Freeze, one of the undefeated wrestlers. 113, Trevor Munsell for NorthWood, Brody Blevins of the Cavemen. We're going to go to 120 next. That'll be Wes Hahn taking on Chance Smith. As I didn't even see him go out there. There for NorthWood at 126, Waden Gingrich, and then Josh Kite for the Cavemen. At 132, Connor Munsell against Jason Bupp. Jason Bupp going to try for his second time to get a win here.
We hope.
We're going to go 138, big match here at 138. Luke Stuckman, the Stuckman family, a very good NorthWood wrestling family, against Will Mason, another very good Mishawaka wrestling family.
Very aggressive.
144, Jaeger Butte will be taking on Colby Smith. And Colby Smith, again, had that very exciting match last time.
Can't wait to see what he pulls off in this match.
And here's Farouk Ghaffar against
Brother.
Braden Reed. Yeah,
Brother
we'll see.
of
We'll see Naima wrestling
Naima
here
Ghaffar.
for the girls. 157 is going to be Joey Michelin against Drew Ginter of the Cavemen. Ginter, one of those football players wrestling here for the Cavemen. You're going to see another one up next at 165. It's going to be Isaiah Butte against Carson Bricky. Next up will be, again, we're going 3 football players in a row here. Caden O'Neill at 175, standout fullback for the Cavemen, the sophomore, against Austin King.
Kane O'Neill getting a fair height this time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Last game, he did have a very tall.
Tall, yeah. Ashton Hahn here at 190 against Mason Henrich. We're going to get Henrich, right?
Henrich,
You got
yep.
it.
Not Heinrich.
215, Brady King of the Northwood Panthers against Trey Dunning of the Cavemen.
Another football player.
And then last is 285. We've got written down Bryson Davis of Northwood and a forfeit for the Cavemen. So that's going to be a forfeit for the Cavemen. We're going to take a quick break, hit you up with a quick hype video before we get started here, if I can pull it up. Let's try it. Double click.
All right, we're good. Okay. I don't know.
When this is done, you're going to play this one.
Forte Waterproofing is celebrating over 60 years of satisfied customers. Experience, innovation, hard work, confidence, pride, honesty, integrity, determined, committed to achieve excellence. Fix it with Forte, fix it for good.
Okay.
Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back to Mishawaka High School as we are here ready for some wrestling action. Right now you can see both of those mats there. We're going to take you to split screen here in a second. Girls are starting at 170. We're going to see a number of forfeits in a row in the girls. Boys are starting at 175. Sean, who do we got for the boys at 175 to start us off?
At 175, of course, we have Caden O'Neill for the Mishawaka Cavemen versus Austin King of the Northwood. And now, as many of the viewers who watched last week's stream might know, Caden O'Neill did go against a wrestler of a great height advantage against him.
You can see both sets of captains out there. We got some graphics on the board. You see 170 is going to be a quick forfeit, so we can skip through those here in a second as we go forward. But we are going to start with the boys on your right at 175.
Are they going to actually wrestle on that map?
They are, it looks like. It
Oh,
looks like we
thank
are going
God.
to do both. I'm not sure, though.
We hope. I mean,
There we go. King, O'Neill on the boys there. We're going to try our best. Evan's going to do a great job. We have a lot of faith in him.
we do have a lot of faith.
We'll help him out as we go through. But the girls, you're going to see a lot of forfeits here.
Mhm.
There's going to be forfeits at 170, 190, and 280 or 235. Then we're going to go back up to 100, 105, 110, all forfeits just for opposite teams. So The first match we're going to see from the girls is at 1:15, Taylor Garrison, Riley Stevens. Again, we're not sure if our girls' lineup's totally right. We'll do the best we can with that. They changed a lot of stuff on us as we were trying to get started.
Even while I was getting them, they can change.
I know.
And I was like, oh, okay.
And they did change. So we did the best we could.
Yep.
This is one of our dilemmas of wrestling.
We do apologize.
Well, because they can change all the way up till now, right? So
Yeah.
they could still be changing. For the most part, we know a lot of our wrestlers for the boys and girls. We don't know the other teams, though. So if you're here watching as a Northwood fan, thanks for tuning in. We may get some names wrong, and we'll do the best we can.
We appreciate the viewership.
Absolutely.
170 pounds for Northwood, Pete Fuller receives forfeit.
So it actually looks like we're only using the left side. So there's a forfeit there. We're going to go back wide here, get us set up. Let me make sure I got the right one here. Evan, did we get those cards to them? So we're still going through forfeits. Again, right on the screen, we put up a graphic, and we think that's going to be our only
Girls.
Our first
First
sorry,
girls
not
match.
only. First girls match. We'll see what we get coming up. So the score is going to kind of rack up here pretty quickly. I think both teams are going to end up to start with 18 points apiece, I think. Because 6 points, because they're starting 170, so 6 for them, 6, 6, yep, 6, 6, 6. So I think it's going to end up at the very start be 18-18. Might get run over by some kids up
Isn't
here. Sean.
120 also a forfeit for us?
Yeah, I'm saying before we wrestle a single match, you know.
Okay. Anyway.
Now Miss Kaiser down there talking to the official, trying to see what's going on.
Maybe telling that the scoreboard is working. We hope.
I don't think it is.
It's updated.
Yeah, but see, they're showing the same thing on
Yeah.
both scoreboards right now.
Gotta love technology. I just dropped my phone.
We're gonna hope this is correct, and the team scores are gonna start at 18 apiece.
If it doesn't, we'll just change.
We'll find out. A little bit chaotic here to start. I see Powell down there getting ready. I think that's who that is. Because the other problem is, on the mat, we can see him clearly. Everything off the mat's a little bit dark. So we're trying to see what's going on here. Right now, they got the score 18-6 on the board, I think. That is going to end up being 18-18. I'm not sure what's happening right now.
Seems like the ref is still talking with the
Well,
table.
you know what? Here's the other thing. I was working earlier with the athletics department. The other thing the girls have to do is they have to update brackets live online. So they have to update brackets on this thing called USA Bracketing. So if you're looking for results of girls. Now, it's nice because we were able to pull some good information off there. That's where I got all that information earlier is from USA Bracketing. So, which we didn't have a ton of information on the boys team. For NorthWood, but we had quite a bit on the girls. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Mr. Olson, a coach here on the wrestling team, helped us out a little bit. Here we go. Powell's going out to get her forfeit. There it is.
That means we are now at 110, our final forfeit. Before our
and that's standout
match.
freshman Annika Gradeless. There she goes.
Annika Gradeless of Mishawaka, 110 receives forfeit.
And I think we might get some wrestling here. Let's see. Cross our fingers. Evan's ready to update some scores. I know he's excited. Here we go. 2 wrestlers. Sean, time to go.
Blessed.
At 115, Northwood, R. Stevens, Mishawaka, Pete Gosen.
Taylor Garrison for the Cavemen on your right there. Riley Stevens on the left in the red. As we are wrestling, ready to go. They're going down to the mat. Oh, big turn there by Garrison. That's a 3-point takedown. Mishawaka leads 3-0. So 3-0 there for the Cavemen. And now Garrison's got a chance for a
That
pin.
has to be a pin already.
It's right there.
Do they have
There
to
it
hold
is.
it down for a few seconds?
They got to make sure it's down,
All
but
right.
yeah, you got it. And that's going to be a pin at 113, and we're going to go next, or 115, next to 120. And I think, yeah, that's actually going to be a forfeit. So 120, we're going to go next. And the next one's going to be at 125. Let's see who they got. We've got Keegan Kite, Peyton Johnson. I don't think that's right, so we're going to listen and pay attention. Right now, Mishawaka leads 24 to 18. So 24 for the Cavemen, 18 for the Northwood Panthers. Let's see who they announce here. That does look like Keegan Kite, so I feel good about that. I'm going to listen and see what we got here.
Keegan Kite.
Keegan Kite in that hype video we showed. She was towards the end of there.
She's also the sister of Josh Kite.
Nope, there you go.
That's what I was trying to look for.
I'm not sure who that is. That is not Peyton. Oh, that might be Peyton Johnson.
I think he said Johnson.
Okay, we're going to go with it. So, Cavemen lead by 6 in this match. We're at 125. Coach Yancey Gradeless, first-year head coach of the Cavemen girls wrestling team over there with Salome Walker, one of the great girls wrestlers in Cavemen history. And there's a big-time throw by Kite. Can she get the pin? She's got to get her on her back. We have a great angle here. No, she cannot. That's going to be a 3-point takedown and then a 4-point near fall. So that's going to make it 7-0 from the very start.
She's already turning her over for another attempt at a pin.
So 7-0, Kite
but
leads.
she can't get it.
No points awarded there. Nope, they're going to give 3 more near fall. 10-0. Evans seeing the speed here. 10-0 and make that 10-1. A 1-point escape for Johnson.
I forgot he could hear us. I'm like, how's he up there?
Evan doing a good job. 10-1. There we go. We're at 125. Girls have the same number of weight classes as the boys, just a little bit different.
Yeah.
And so we are at 125. We've got only a handful left to go, honestly. We're in neutral. We're going to go back to the center.
Like I said earlier, a lot of people are saying that Mishawaka is more of a wrestling school.
That's
and I
true.
believe it.
Especially in the winter sports. Right now, the winter sports struggling a little bit. We're going to see how they can do coming back. Oh, press the wrong button there, but we're good. Kite with the 10-1 lead here in the first period. And she's got those arms locked. You can lock the arms in the standing position. You cannot on the ground. And Kite's going to try to throw her.
Kite is definitely a strong wrestler.
Yep, she's going to let her go there. Still no points. 10-1. We're down to 20 seconds to wrestle in period number 1. Mr. Scheiko's walking up on us over here. What a guy. We're down to 10 seconds. They're out of bounds. Let's see if they call it.
Nope.
They have not. They've gone back in. 2 seconds, 1 second. That's going to be the end of period number 1. As we head to period number 2, you can see in the background the senior posters right behind there. Good job by Ryan on the floor to show us kind of what's going on in the gym. It's very bright. He's got that spotlight. We might need to tell him to get that out of there. And we're back. Period number 2, 10-1 lead. They started in neutral, which is probably what Kite wanted for the Cavemen.
Caveman on the sideline saying, "Go, Keegan, go."
There you go. Yeah, big crowd here tonight. You got a good amount of Northwood fans across from us, the Caveman fans right in front of us, so you'll get some big cheers from them.
Northwood definitely beating Concord.
Yeah, I think the program's just in a little bit better shape.
For the girls, for sure.
Yeah. Taylor Garrison, who got that pin, just walked right behind us. We're in the presence of stars, you know, Sean?
Well, it's Mishawaka High School.
We're down under a minute 25 here in period number 2. Not a lot happening here. They're kind of going back and forth. And Keegan's going to go for one.
There
She's got
we go.
She's got her on her back. Her headgear's coming off. Can she keep her there? That might be it. That might be it.
Yeah. Oh.
Nope. They're going to pause it. They're going to be 4 points on the near fall. So it's going to be 14.
Keegan is so upset by that.
Oh, illegal hold there. 1 point for Northwood. 16-2. 16-2.
Keegan confused on that call.
I think everybody's a little confused.
She's probably like, I had a great hold. What?
Josh Kite over in the coach's corner. We're having a little discussion about the score. We've got 16-2.
Interlocking hands, possibly?
Yeah, so an illegal hold, yep. When we learned this from Will this
Yeah.
week, when you're standing, you can interlock those hands. When you're on the ground, you can't. Ooh, there's a 2-point reversal if she can get it, but Kite's still got a hold of that leg.
Kite's holding on for dear life.
Yeah, as long as Kite's got that leg, no points, and she's going to try to stand, and she does.
Oh, my
Good job by
days.
Kite fighting that off. That's going to be a 2-point reversal, though. So, 16-4. And she's going to turn her. Kite's got to get out of this, and she does. Just barely. No near fall as she got out of that. But Kite's in trouble now.
Kite might be.
And she got pinned.
Oh, no.
Absolutely dominating that whole match. And then
She's
gets
holding her
pinned, and now
shoulder.
she's holding her shoulder. She already had a brace on that.
It seemed like she pointed at
Yeah, she
the,
is.
the other wrestler's knee.
We got Amaya DeArmond, one of the student trainers, and Maddie out there, one of our great and awesome trainers. You know, Northwood wrestling last time, but she did a good job coming back in, almost teched, right down 14, but was able to pull out the win. I would love a capital J on that Johnson there, Evan. You're the man. There we go. Johnson Flowers there. We're tied at 24 in our team. I don't know what's going on right now. Oh, it doesn't look like Flowers is ready. Flowers is over there getting headgear on, ready to go. Caveman right now, this is a tight one. 24, actually they're saying 30 to 18. I'm not sure where that came from. Oh, we did have a forfeit. I think we have 24. We're going to have to find out what's going on here. Because we had 3 forfeits and a win. I don't know. We will see what's going on. I'm going to go check that out. Sean, you're going to take it away here. We got Johnson versus Flowers.
All right. One for Northwood since Flowers was not ready. I'm going to switch it here to the floor camera so we can get a better look. Not much going on, just seems like they're trying to test each other out, maybe. Johnson getting Flowers onto the ground, turning her over, attempting to get the pin off really quick. Can she get it? They're going to call it as a pin. So that is the 130 round already over between Johnson and Flowers. We're going to move on to
Garcia's going to get a forfeit there at 135, so that's going to take us to 140.
Yep.
This is kind of what we've been waiting for, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we did get some clarification. The score is right on the board. What happened at 100 was a double forfeit, and we did not have that. So double forfeit doesn't count for anybody.
Okay.
So score is now Northwood with a huge lead, 2 pins in a row. Now they're up 42 to 18 as we head to 140. At 140, we're going to have Farr and Jackson. Farr for Northwood and Jackson for the Caveman. This is one of the best wrestlers in the state.
Yep.
Here for Northwood. We'll see what happens.
How she plays.
By plays, you mean wrestles, of
Wrestles.
course.
This
Good
is
job by
number-
Jackson fighting that one off.
Ooh. Oh, but she gets her already to a takedown.
3 points for the takedown. Northwood up 3-0.
Keeping that control over her, trying to keep her on the ground. Oh, rolls herself onto a dangerous back
That
position.
is a little bit dangerous, but when you're good, you're good.
Yeah.
That's your hope is to kind of keep that going. You can see there, Jackson's trying to stand up. And Farr almost gets that leg. She might let her go. Oh, boy.
No.
Almost has a cradle.
I think she's just keeping her down so she can get, control.
Well, she's trying to flip her over, and there it is.
Oh, there we go. They're going to probably. Oh, no, she rolls out of it.
She is going to get 3-point near fall, though. So 3 points for Northwood makes it 8-0.
Jackson trying to keep from getting flipped by DeFar. DeFar letting
There's a
her
1-point
go.
escape, 8-1. Sometimes letting people go, especially with the 3-point takedown.
Especially when you're a good player like
Absolutely.
DeFar.
And there's going to be another takedown, and she's going to go on her back, and that could be it.
Yeah.
There it is.
They're gonna
We
call
knew
that.
coming in when you're the #1 wrestler in the state at a weight class, and Jackson is not feeling well.
Ooh.
Man, she just got kind of taken down really hard. So there's going to be 6 more points. That makes it 48-18 in favor of Northwood. That'll take us to 145. Actually, we're almost done with the girls. Anaya Williams for the Cavemen will be wrestling against. Let me listen in here. She is ready, so we're about ready to go here. I'm not sure who they announced for Northwood. So I know it's Anaya Williams, so Cavemen are going to try to get one last chance here at 145.
Currently, we do believe it's Amelia Kaiser.
That's who we have written down. That's what it says on your screen. For now, we will say definitely Williams.
Definitely Williams. And definitely at 145.
We are at 145. You are right. Cavemen are going to lose this girls'
Oh!
match. What a move there by Williams. Get that leg and get the 3-point takedown. I almost did it. 3-point takedown.
Hey, you're better than me with the players and wrestlers.
You'll get it. We'll get there. And pretty soon the season will be over.
Williams trying to slam.
She gets her back down, which is what you got to do when you're in that position.
Oh.
And again, she's
Dear.
going to try to push that head down. One thing you try to do as wrestler, you try to keep him down. The Northwood coach is saying that should be an illegal hold there.
I do
Given
believe
that signal,
I did see her
you
like this.
Yeah,
when
you
she's
see him in the
lifting.
background giving that call.
She did definitely interlock while picking her up, but she was standing, which
Yeah.
should be good.
3-0 is the score. We're under a minute. And
They
they're going
do
to
blow the
call.
whistle.
Yep, they are going to call it that time.
Oh, okay.
So you see the call there, 1 point, as there's some blood. So we're going to have some blood time here in a second. So we're going to have a little bit of blood time here. So 3-1 is the score. We had the 3-point takedown, 1 point illegal hold there. So she's over on the sideline. This is not injury time, though. This is blood time. You see her in the top right. Yeah, she might have hurt.
I did see one of our, I believe that is a coach for
Well,
Mishawaka.
so they're definitely doing some blood, but they
Assistant?
just gave another signal over there.
I believe
I'm
I
not
did
sure
see
what's
her
happening.
pop her shoulder
Yeah.
into place,
Shoulders are often
dislocated.
dislocated. We'll see what happens here. Anaya Williams over there getting checked out.
I watched it and I was like, ugh. While our officials deal with the blood time, I would like to say that Mishawaka Network is sponsored by Burton's Laundry, which they do dry cleaning.
Yep.
They can pick up your clothes if you need it. They have coin machines. They even have I've seen some with those coin machines for your kids. So that's pretty
Really?
fire.
That's awesome.
I know those were a highlight of my childhood.
I did not know that. We're going to get back wrestling here. As you can see, we are back and ready to go here.
Northwood wrestler
There's a
already up.
1-point escape.
Anaya Williams going for the leg, cannot grab it though.
Yeah, it was a good move, though. Almost got that leg.
Trying to get the takedown for that 3 points.
It is now 3-2. Kind of a
Ooh.
pull through there as she just pulls on that arm.
Wasn't the arm that they put back in place.
Yeah, Williams shoots for that leg again. Can't get it. Williams,
Shoots
got
for
both the
and
legs.
gets it. Oh, but Concord
Whoa.
wrestler does get out of it.
Yeah, she had a chance there.
Oh,
She had the
Northwood,
one leg.
pardon
Yeah,
me.
yeah. We just had Concord.
Still a little fatigued.
They're calling stalling. It looks on Northwood, I think. We had the problem with red-green last time. I think they did give Northwood red. Oh, trying to throw her, cannot.
Ooh. Right at the buzzer, Williams did get on the Northwood wrestlers.
But no
back.
points awarded.
I don't think it was in time.
Green is flipped. They're going to defer to the third period. So they're going to... Oh, it looks like Mishawaka is going to start in that down position there. And we're going to have a little pause here. They're going to say, hey, you got to get this right. So there's a certain position you got to be in at the start. So they're going to say, stand up. And they're going to give a caution. Okay, caution is like a false start in football.
Mm-hmm.
Something's wrong. And they're going to try it again. She's got to get the right position. And we're off and wrestling.
Williams trying to stand up right away, but
And
Northwood's
she's
wrestler
tripoded
does
up,
keep
and
on
she's
her.
up and out.
Ooh.
1 point escape for Anaya Williams of the Mishawaka Cavemen. Williams really taking a lot more shots. She's going for
Yeah.
those legs, and there she goes again.
right on cue.
Sometimes we're good at this job, Sean.
Sometimes.
Not much happening right now. Still 4-2. Williams with the lead. I think this might be our last girls match. 155 would be the next one. I think that's going to be a forfeit, but we'll see. And then we're going to get to wrestling boys. Boys, there are almost no forfeits. I think there's one forfeit at 285. Williams going for that leg again. Can't get it, and now she's in trouble.
But she
Williams stands
right
back up. Almost got taken down. Did not. She's got both legs now.
Oh!
What a move there by Anaya Williams to get the 3-point takedown. 7-2 is the lead for Williams and the Mishawaka Cavemen. They don't have any chance of winning the whole match. Northwood's going to take that victory. But right now,
She can close
Williams,
the gap.
yeah, close the gap and wrestle well, right? Northwood already got one stalling, so you can't stall on the bottom for too long. You got to make a move. As she tries there, cannot.
Could possibly be that Anaya Williams is just trying to keep her in a stalling position.
Right.
Which would be a good play. I mean,
Yeah.
anything to get points on the board.
And but you got to be careful not to stall yourself.
Yeah.
Right? You got to make some moves. You got to try something. There she tried to get her on her back, so that's something. And there she goes. She's got her turn.
Are they going to, they might call it. Oh, no, she's able to flip back onto her
But she is
stomach.
able to get some points. That'll end the period as you see the 4-point call there. So that's going to be a 4-point near fall for Williams as we head to the third. 11-2 is the score.
Now this is the last period.
Williams wants to start in neutral. She doesn't want to start down. She wants to start neutral because she's been so good at taking those shots. So if she can get it right off the bat, she'll be in good shape.
Ooh. And instantly, right for the legs.
And she's got it.
Getting her
3 more
onto her
points.
stomach.
They haven't called it. There it is. He held up the wrong hand there for a second, but it is 3 more points. 14-2. She is only a few points away from a tech fall, but she's going to get another illegal hold. 1 more point for Northwood. So we're going to go back to the center. It is 14-3.
Northwood will start in the down position.
And we're going to have a little talk here. I don't know what the ref's saying. They're going to say stand back up. There's going to be a caution this time on Williams of the Cavemen.
Does seem the Mishawaka is green once more.
And we are running again.
Oh, wait, no.
Williams gets, yeah, they did. Last time they did not have Mishawaka. Oh, Williams got her on her back. There's going to be some near fall.
No.
Nope, not enough. You need to get at least a 2 count. Only got a 1 count. 14-3 is the score here in favor of Williams and the Cavemen. She's really trying hard to turn her. She's got to be careful, make sure she doesn't interlock those hands again.
Though I guess that would be an easy mistake to make.
It is, but if you do it too many times, you're going to give up more points, maybe even give up a technical. Good job there by getting up. Oh, they're going to call it again. You see him right there.
Mm-hmm.
The second official in the background there calling that again. So that's going to be another call against the Cavemen. That's going to be a technical, and that's going to be 2 points for Northwood. So you gotta be careful, because at some point that becomes a disqualification, right? So 14-5 now. We're in the third period. You kind of got to
manage what you do.
Yeah, it's 53 seconds. Maybe you just start a neutral or something, right? And then you could make something happen there. But she is going to stay in control here.
I believe she'd benefit from staying in neutral. I mean, she is a great
We are in
player.
neutral now. That's a 1-point escape, 14-6. If you're on our stream looking for choir and orchestra, that is currently on the YouTube channel. Williams in a bad position, no points. As that's a 3-point takedown for Kaiser and Northwood. So 14-9, 1-point escape, 15-9.
Both look very fatigued and very tired.
When you get down, there's 15 seconds left. You got a 6-point lead. All you got to do is not get pinned at this point. 10 seconds. Good shot there by Northwood, but Williams is going to get the 3-point takedown. And that'll do it. Williams gets the victory for the Cavemen.
Even
a
with
9-point win. I think that's a major win, so I think that's going to be 4 points. Let's see. I don't know if we got the score right. 48 points for Northwood.
And 22 for home.
And 22, I was right. 4 points. And this is going to be our last weight class for the girls. And that'll be London with a forfeit.
So that will make the score 22-54. Did the math on my hands? Should have just waited for the scoreboard. That's the end of the girls, right? So we're on to the boys.
That is the girls. So we're going to be moving on to the boys next.
And the boys tonight
are starting at 175. Who do we got at 175?
At 175, we do have Caden O'Neill for the Mishawaka Cavemen against Austin King for the Northwood Panthers.
We have a mostly full lineup of boys. So the girls is finished, 54-22 win for the Northwood Panthers.
We are going to get through that forfeit rather quickly.
Yeah, because we're starting 175. The forfeit's at 285. So now,
love to see a similar height player this round, or this match. Meet, if you will.
There you go. Caden O'Neill, Austin King, and we're off and running. This is a big match for the Cavemen. Caden O'Neill has had a up and down years. He gets the leg. He's very fast.
Playing
He's very
aggressive
strong
tonight.
He's underneath those legs. No points, but he's still got that leg. He's going to try to sweep. He's not tall enough, though, as he tries to swing at it.
I do believe he's playing aggressive because
they haven't
of the
called
height
it, though.
Similarity.
He's still got that leg, but right now they're going to go out of bounds, so no points given.
Does seem like we have blood time on the mat already. Probably because Caden O'Neill tonight is playing very aggressive. But, you know, Caden O'Neill did have a tall player, or a tall wrestler.
Yep.
My pardons.
Sean, why don't you go through who we got coming up? We're starting at 175. Who we got wrestling, who we got coming up?
All right. After the 175 match, we do have 190, Mason Heinrich for the Mishawaka Cavemen against Ashton Hahn for Northwood Panthers. Then at 215, we have Trey Dunning for Mishawaka against Brady King for Northwood. 285 is a forfeit in favor for Northwood, Bryson Davis. And once again, we're seeing the match, Caden O'Neill against Austin King starting up. They do go out of bounds once more. At 106, we have Nick Freeze for Mishawaka going against Northwood, Braden Gorehouse.
Ooh, and Austin King's in good advantage, but O'Neill does a good job of flipping him over. No points.
Will they call that out?
Yep.
Okay.
Neutral again. 1:11 left in the first period. It's already been very exciting.
O'Neal giving him a little head tap,
That's
see
right,
if he'll
that's
react.
And
Ooh.
King's in position now to get the points. He does. 3-point takedown for Austin King of the Northwood Panthers. O'Neal's going to stand up. One of the things he can do is get out of those, and he's going to get the 1-point escape.
He's
3,
definitely got
2,
some muscle
1.
strength in his
Yes.
legs.
Correct. Oh, and what a
Ooh!
takedown there. He's not going to get the points yet. He's got both legs. Nothing yet. And King doing a good job of fighting this one off. And 3-point takedown for King. 6-1.
You can see the ref getting down there, make sure he's watching. Kane O'Neal probably taking a second to breathe, trying to figure out how he's going to go against King. King getting a nice position to
So
hold him.
6-1 lead there for King. O'Neal's got to make something happen, but we're going to end the first period. So period number 1 over. 6-1 is the lead. We are heading to period number 2. This is our first boys match of the night. We are back wrestling here. So O'Neal gets taken back down to the mat, and he's on his back. He's going to start counting. He's still in bounds. Can he get the pin? No, he can't. But he is going to get some near fall, but he's got him on his back again. Problem is he still in? O'Neal's
He's keeping his toes
somehow.
in.
Oh, they call it.
Oh,
A huge pin for the Northwood Panthers as Caden O'Neal goes down. Austin King with the pin as they will go up 6-0. We will head next to 190.
190 being Mason Heinrich against Austin Hahn.
So Northwood has the 6-0 lead as it'll be Henrich.
And I said it wrong?
You did. Against one of the Hahns. Lots of Hahns here for Northwood as we are off in wrestling.
I do apologize, Mason.
Cavemen trail 6-0.
Hahn going for the legs of Henrich. Doesn't get it, though.
No points so far. 30 seconds into period number 1.
Seems like they might be testing the waters.
Yeah.
It's a very good option to do, I mean.
Northwood in the black singlets and the maroon with that old English M are the Cavemen. Henrich
Ooh.
doing a good job there, but now he's in trouble.
What a beautiful shot from our floor camera. Right up in the action.
Nothing yet. And there it is. 3-point takedown for Hahn. So 3-0.
Henrich standing up out of that.
Yep, but he can't get
Hahn
away.
just sending him back down to the mat.
So Cavemen in these upper weight classes so far have already got pinned once. Henrich wrestling now. Trey Dunning's got a chance next. He's had a good year. And then a forfeit. So the Cavemen are going to have to make something happen on those lower weight classes to come back here today.
Our lower weight classes are most of our best
They've
players.
been very good this year with Freeze, Blevins, Mason, Kite, and both Smith brothers.
Yes.
Henrich tries to get out of that, cannot. 3-0, under 30 seconds to wrestle here in period number 1.
Seems Northwood has a good wrestling team, too.
Yeah, they have a good history. That was a big pin in that first match.
Mm-hmm.
If you can get off to a hot start like that, gives you a lot of confidence for the rest. Under 10 seconds to wrestle, period number 1. 3-0 is the score. Northwood leads this match 6-0.
That is the end of the first period.
We're going to head to period number 2. In period number 2, Henrich will take the down defensive position.
So many people here. We have people up on the track. standing,
lots of people
watching. Gotta love the amount of people here tonight.
We're off in wrestling. And can he get out? He's gotten halfway out. Can he get all the way out? Yes, he can. 1 point escape for Henrich. 3-1.
Hahn did attempt to grab his leg and slam him
he had
down.
a chance, but he couldn't get there. Will Mason coaching on the sidelines there.
Will, another one of our better
Good
players.
shot by Hahn, and he's going to get him.
Oh, my days.
Puts him down for 3 points, so another 3-point takedown, 6-1, and he's got a problem. He's going to get on his back.
No.
There's a great shot of it right there.
They're
He
going to
looks
call
like he's
it
done.
for sure.
There it is. And the Cavemen have gone down
You hate
2
to
in
see
a
it.
row by pin, and it is now Northwood leading 12-0.
Our next matchup at 2:15, Trey Dunning for
So-
Mishawaka Cavemen.
And this is a big
And
one for the
Brady King.
Cavemen. They not only need the win, they need the pin. They really
all-
need
yes.
the points. So Northwood now leads 12-0.
If we let all the heavyweights get pins, then our lightweights have so much work to do that it might be hard for them to come back.
One of the things Trey Dunning has, he's been so strong. He has a great mental attitude towards wrestling, just like he did on the football field, but he's much taller at this weight class
Yes.
than a lot of people. He's got the long arms, so he's got a good reach, and you might see him go for those legs early.
Ooh. Yes, instantly for the legs. Can't quite get it yet. Still keeping him at a good distance with
Early
that
on,
long
you're kind of
reach.
feeling it out. What do we have here?
What is this guy's weaknesses? What is his strengths? Trey Dunning does have a crazy advantage with his arm length, keeping him a far distance away.
He's able to kind of reach both, keep him away, but also take those shots. And so these heavyweights, usually early on, there's not much, these heavier weights, there's not much action, but there will be as they start to wear down.
Yes.
0-0 here. 1:10 left to wrestle.
Can't keep like this because they might get a stall.
Yeah, they're both trying something, though, right? There's nobody kind of backing up or things like that. It's still anybody's match.
I do like the Panthers' fits. They are very nice. Dunning going for the legs. Can't quite get it. King almost having a great grip on Dunning's arms.
You see that kind of fake shot he's taking. Those things will come into play. When he's taking those shots, then he might go down and then be able to turn around on him. Right now, he hasn't been able to yet. No points. 30 seconds left in period 1.
You know what I'm noticing about wrestling? It kind of looks like two deer fighting
Okay.
when they're standing, at least.
Sure. Yeah, they're just hooked in the antlers. Yeah.
interlocking.
I got you.
Ooh, King going for the leg. Can't get it, though. Doesn't have
And
enough
he's got
reach.
the leg. Dunning can't
Ooh,
quite
no.
finish.
Dunning still has a good hold on the leg, though.
Only 8 seconds left, though, as he fights it off.
Good idea to just stand there because you don't want to accidentally give him a point.
But you are right. There might be a chance to get. You got to wrestle, right? That's one thing they tell you. The stalling calls are going to be more. It's going to be more important this year, as they're going to call that more. Refs are talking about something. Not sure what. Red choice. He's going to choose a down defensive position. That's often the choice that you start with. As we are off and running. Trey Dunning, very good wrestler. He made state last year. Didn't make it out of Friday of state, but still made it. Not much happening so far.
Ooh.
And he gets up, but Dunning's trying to take him back down.
And out of
They're going to
bounds.
say out of bounds. He still had position, so they're going to say no escape. We're going to head back to the center.
King again choosing to be in the down position.
So Dunning still having the advantage right now. Still no points scored. Cavemen trail in this match 12-0 after the 2 straight pins to start by Northwood. Dunning going to try to flip him. He's going to try to get that head down. That's one way to do it. He cannot, though. Dunning going to go for the wrist this time.
King does seem to have a lot of like body strength.
One of the Northwood coaches is saying it should be stalling on Dunning. Dunning's trying to turn him any way he can. He hasn't been able to yet. And he's going to let him go. 1 point escape for King, making that 1-0.
In favor of Northwood.
And Dunning flipped him over. And that's too bad. He had a chance to get those points, but he was out of bounds. The Cavemen bench is looking for the 3-point takedown, but none is called. We're back in the center. Dunning's had some good opportunities. Let's see if he can convert one. But right now, King's got the lead. If he can keep it up, it's a big match for both teams, especially true for the Cavemen, down 12-0. And a forfeit coming up next.
Very hot here in the new gym. I will not lie.
The new gym, the West Gym here at Mishawaka High School. A great venue for wrestling with those spotlights.
Yes, I do enjoy the spotlights.
Choir concert is over, so if you were watching that, welcome. And there's a stalling warning on Northwood and King. So you saw that fist up in the air. That is a stalling warning, and that's going to end period number 2. So we are going to head to the third and final period. Trey Dunning trailing 1-0, but he gets to pick this time. He's going to pick that defensive position, at least get that 1 point escape.
What happens if they tie?
And go to overtime.
All right.
And then more overtime.
Oh, dear. Oh!
And Dunning's on his back.
Almost an instant takedown and close to a pin for King.
But he was able to get out of it.
Oh, my God. Trey Dunning trying to get him on his back. And will he get it? Will they call it?
There it is.
They call it for Trey Dunning. That makes the score 6-12 in favor of Northwood.
And that was huge because Dunning was in trouble and he was able to get out of it. He almost got put on his back for a pin. They were going to give some near fall points, and that was a huge match by Trey Dunning and the Mishawaka Cavemen.
You absolutely love to see it. I mean, that was a very close game. Neither could make any leeway against each other.
Headgear gets thrown there by King.
Yeah.
And here comes that forfeit for you. 285 forfeit for Bryson Davis makes the score 18-6 as we head up to 106.
106, of course, being Nick Freeze, our freshman, who is an amazing player.
He's been great this year wrestling for the Cavemen.
And then Braden Gorehouse.
18-6 lead. Again, a huge match there for the Cavemen. Here goes Nick Freeze. He's already got the leg. He's already got.
Oh my!
Already he's got Gorehouse on his back.
Showing his abilities here.
And there's going to be
a
3-point takedown. They haven't called it. Yes, they did. 3-point takedown as they flip over. 3-point lead for Freeze and the Cavemen.
I believe Freeze might just have enough power.
Yeah,
to
he's got that
arm.
Wrestler. He's going to try to turn him here. Freeze. Oh boy. There it goes.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that.
Possibly one of our quickest matches of the night.
There they go.
And they give it to Freeze, making the score 12-18 in favor of Northwood.
Nick Freeze with the big pin, and next up is Brody Blevins.
Who did place first in, what was it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I believe he did get a high placement somewhere.
He did go undefeated at Plymouth Invite.
Yes.
Last year he did well in sectionals and regionals.
Yes.
And he's going to try to make a state run this year. Brody Blevins facing off against Trevor Munsell of Northwood.
Ooh.
A good shot by Munsell, but Brody Blevins going to circle there and get the 3 points. 3-0 in favor of Blevins and the Cavemen.
Brody Blevins is definitely good at getting those control positions, being able to just circle his opponent.
Well, for 113, he's tall, he's long, and he's gotten very strong. You saw it in that hype video showing off those muscles, and he's had a good year. He's got the confidence, and he's wrestling so well, and you see it here. He's trying to turn him. He's trying to flip him right over on his head there.
A very lean and strong player.
Man, he's just moving Munsell wherever he wants right now. He's trying. Look at that. There it is.
Whoa! Will they call it, though? Can Munsell get out of the hold? He cannot. That would make the score tied.
Brody Blevins did a good job. You saw him turning that head and turning that head. And once he got him flipped over, Munsell didn't stand a chance.
About the hold he had on his neck. I was like, what is he? Is he just trying to hold?
Yeah.
But no, he was able to flip him over and get the pin, which is amazing.
Okay, so here's what we just saw. Blevins got the 6-point win. Chance Smith is going to get a forfeit. So Smith forfeit. So we're moving on to 126 with Josh Kite and Waylon Gingrich. So the Cavemen now lead 24-6 after that forfeit. And there's a 3-point takedown right off the bat for Kite. And the 1-point escape for Gingrich. So it is 3-1 in favor of Josh Kite and the Mishawaka Cavemen.
Josh Kite is a 5-1 player, only losing one match, I believe.
And we're going to fix on the screen there, Evan, if we can fix Gingrich's name to end in an H and not a K. There we go. 3 more points on the takedown by Josh Kite. 6-1 lead here in period number 1. He's going to try to get some near fall here. They haven't called anything yet. So 6-1 in favor of Josh Kite and the Mishawaka Cavemen. $1:15 left to wrestle.
Got
He's
a
going
great
to look
hold
at
on
that.
arm, trying to turn him.
They're going to call potentially dangerous. So no penalty on that, but he's got to be careful. They're going to say blood time here, so we're going to take a pause. Sean, what an exciting time.
It's amazing. I mean,
you got hyped there for a second.
I did. I mean, hey, you know, when the push comes to shove, you got to get hyped for your team.
Yeah, the big win there by Trey Dunning. You look like, and what's so exciting is when you get in those bad positions, you're able to get out of it and get the pin on the other end. What an exciting match. That's something they'll talk about, I'm sure.
Could even see King was super upset. I mean, I'm sure he was like, I'm playing amazing.
Yeah, he's doing great. He's facing off against a very good, accomplished wrestler in Trey Dunning, a senior, and he just kind of lost it there. And that's the thing about, you got to keep wrestling, right?
Trey Dunning now being 7-0.
That's right. He got into a bad position, but he was able to get out of it and get the win for the Cavemen, and a big one at that. They're looking at the mat, wiping up any blood. They've got the blood stopped there for Gingrich. I think that's him. They could have changed, so if this is the wrong person, sorry about that. We do know that this is Josh Kite. Josh Kite's sister wrestled in the girls, and she had that big lead, that 16-2 lead before she got pinned. So Kite's got to be careful of that as well. We are back to wrestling here. It is 6-2 now. They did give the 1-point escape because they started in the neutral position, 6-2. And Kite's had a very accomplished career since his freshman year. And there's 3-point takedown, 9-2. And they need all those extra points you can get. Winning is great. You get 3 points for winning, but getting those pins gets you 6 points. Getting a tech fall gets you 5 points. That major gets you 4 points. So any of those extra points you can get, the better off you will be as a team. Cavemen lead by 6. They've went through kind of their big heavy hitters, your Nick Freezes, your Brody Blevins. Oh, and Josh Kite's got a chance here. No, they're going to call it potentially dangerous again. Nope, blood time.
Oh, okay.
So they saw some blood. They stopped the match. They're going to say 3 takedowns. So 3 points for Kite makes it 12-3, I think, is going to be the score.
Ref over there pointing out the blood.
Maybe not. They've still got 9-3 on the board. We'll find out. It's definitely a big lead so far for Josh Kite. Looking at our next few matches, next is going to be 132, a big match for the Cavemen. Jason Bupp facing off against Connor Munsell. After that, you got 138 with Will Mason taking on Luke Stuckman. That's a huge match for this. Luke Stuckman has a good career. Will Mason, other than injuries, had a very good career. His freshman year, he was in Al Smith, finished 5th, which is one of the most difficult tournaments in the state of Indiana. So we are back ready to go here as we're going to start neutral. 1 point. Yep, it is 12-3. 12-4
Josh got
now.
a grip on the leg, trying to
get him down. He does.
Yeah.
There it is. 3 more. 15-4. 15-4 in favor of Josh Kite. And he's got him on his back. This is huge.
Could they count the pin?
Right there. There it is. Another pin for the Cavemen, and that's big. 30-18 is the lead now as we go to our next match. Cavemen lead 30-18. Looks like swimming might be over as well.
Does look like it.
Swimming, we can see right through the hallway there. The reason I say it might be over, maybe they're on break. No,
now we're at 132. Jason Bupp going against Connor Munsell.
Yeah, the second Munsell we've seen here tonight in the boys.
We hope that Jason can prove.
He didn't wrestle terribly on Tuesday, but he did get pinned, and that's what you got to avoid. If you can avoid pins, that keeps your team in it. And obviously you want to win. I'm not saying he can't win. I'm saying if you are in a bad position, try to make sure you don't get pinned. So no points yet. 0-0, period number 1, 132. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weight classes left as Buff's going to get the 2-point takedown. 3-point takedown.
3-point. Hey. We had a good run there.
Yeah, it happens. I learned all my wrestling in the last 6 years, and that was always 2. And now it is 3 this year. You can also get up to 4 near fall points as opposed to 3. Buff's doing a really good job.
Takedown position.
Yeah, he's really doing a good job. He's going for those arms. He's still trying to make something happen. As Munsell gets up, I think you might just need to cut him loose.
Seems like he'll push
He does.
him.
That's a 1-point escape, 3-1.
I thought they would have counted that out. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, he kept the 2 feet in, though. We're going to go back towards the center here. 3-1 lead, 40 seconds to wrestle in period number 1. Bupp off to a good start for the Cavemen.
He's not a horrible wrestler, but I believe he does run out of steam a little quicker.
Well, right now, he had a good chance there. He had a headlock almost, but Munsell tries to take it down. Can't, and Bupp's got him on his back. That's going to be a 3-point takedown.
Please.
But
I want to say something cool. I want to say congratulations.
Munsell gets on his stomach, but 6 points to 1. 5-point lead for Bupp and the Cavemen. And this is a big weight class. We got handful coming up. Right now, Munsell not doing a lot of anything there. We're down to 2 seconds, 1 second. That'll end period number 1.
I believe Jason was just trying to run that clock
Yeah,
out.
he was looking up at the clock. You could see it. I'm sure the coach was saying, hey, make sure to run it through. Don't get give up cheap points.
Yeah.
As we head to period 2, Buff's going to start in the up offensive position. Down is going to be Munsell. We're off and wrestling in period number 2. He's trying to turn him. You see Coach Megison over there trying to give him some pointers. He's hooked that leg. He's got to make something happen. He gets him back down. Man, lots of coaching
really
from the
good
stands.
At keeping him there.
He has been so far tonight.
I bet you when he lost the match on Tuesday, the coaches were like, yeah, we're putting you on some work. We're getting you better.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
gonna
and it
make
gives you some tape, right? You can go back and watch and say, here are things we missed, right? We had chances here, and he did have some chances. Munsell trying to get up, cannot. Bupp does a good job keeping him down, turns him around, but he's going to cut him loose here. 1-point escape, 6-2.
Yep.
6-2 is the lead.
Honestly, if Bupp can just keep his points up and get the win via that,
Yep.
it's still a win for us.
Absolutely. Right now, points are at a premium. You got some good wrestlers coming up. Will Mason, Colby Smith, Braden Reed, Drew Ginter, and then ending with Isaiah Butte. Cavemen have built a pretty big lead as he does a good job fending off the legs. Munsell's got the leg, though.
I think Bupp might
Ooh,
have just,
what a good job by Bupp fending that off, but he can't anymore.
will they give
3-point
him-
takedown.
Yep.
5-6. Munsell gets a takedown. Bupp did a good job fending that off for a while. 30 seconds to wrestle
Bupp's just
in
trying
period
to
2.
Bupp just got to keep his hope up.
Yeah, so
He can't
coach
just
is
give
over.
up.
Coach is telling him, hey, keep wrestling. He's standing.
Standing.
1-point
and
escape.
1-point escape.
7-5.
Now all he has to do is either get the pin or don't get pinned himself.
Correct.
Or don't
One-
get pinned himself
right.
or takedown.
10 seconds left. One more period to wrestle if it is not over. And they're going to just kind of wait this one out, I think, and go to period number 3. 2 seconds, 1 second, that'll do it. 7-5. This has been one of the most exciting matches we've had tonight, and actually probably in both nights we've had wrestling here at Mishawaka High School.
Also possibly our longest.
Bupp's going to start in the down position.
I don't know if that's the right call.
Most of the time you're going to start in that down position because you get that chance for the 1-point escape.
Yeah.
It's harder to get you on your back from that down position. We're off and going. Bupp almost got out right away.
Munsell keeping his legs between Bupp so Bupp can't just stand up. But Bupp does stand up.
He does. 1-point
and they
escape.
give him 1-point escape.
8-5. So now, as long as you don't get put on your back right now, even a takedown ties it, right? So you don't have a chance of losing on a takedown. Munsell goes for the legs again, almost has a good job of sprawling out by Bupp, and Munsell trying to circle, and he does. He's got the leg.
Can Bupp get out of it?
No, three-point takedown, 8-8.
Tied.
1:15 to wrestle.
Tied.
And now what you got to do is, number one, stay away from stalling calls. Stalling calls gives up points, and you got to get up and get at least a 1-point escape.
Oh, he might turn him over.
The official's telling him you got to wrestle. Surprised they didn't call out.
Oh,
And there's going to be potentially dangerous. I wouldn't be surprised if they call stalling here.
Referee telling Bupp to get up. Bupp took a second, though. Bupp is definitely running out of gas.
The ref is telling him, hey, you got to be careful and watch out for this action. So Bupp is going to starting in that down position. 56 seconds to wrestle, 8-8.
All Bupp has to do right now is either wait it out or get
The
a
coaches
pin.
are telling him, like, you want to start neutral, but he doesn't. 1-point escape.
1-point escape.
Makes it 9-8 in favor of Bupp. But
So if Bupp can keep
right now,
going.
he looks gassed. He looks tired. And Munsell has had complete control here in the third period.
After the meet on Tuesday, Bupp did have a pretty decent bruise on his
Yeah. It is 30 seconds to wrestle. Period number 3. 9-8 lead for the Cavemen's Jason Bupp.
Bupp's got to make sure he doesn't give us stalling.
Yeah, but right
But
now
that
there's
can-
only 20 seconds left to wrestle. Stall doesn't hurt you. They haven't called one yet on you.
Ooh,
They're out of bounds. They didn't call it. Uh-oh, Munsell's got the leg. Bupp tries to throw him.
come
No
on,
points.
fight it off.
He had a chance there. Can't get it, and he gives up the takedown.
No! Bupp,
3-point
please!
takedown for Bupp, and it is 11-9, and that's going to do it. 3, 2, 1.
A close
Huge
match.
win there for Munsell
Northwood.
and Northwood, as they're going to get 3 points for that victory. What an exciting match. Didn't go the Cavemen's way, but we'll be heading to our next weight class. That is going to be 138 with Will Mason of the Cavemen against Luke Stuckman.
Bupp definitely has to work on his
Maybe
energy.
stamina towards the end, but honestly, not a terrible match. You didn't give up 6 points. You gave up 3, but the Cavemen now lead 30-21.
A very exciting matchup now. 138, Will Mason going against Luke Stuckman.
Yeah, the Stuckman fan. There's Will Mason's favorite move. Let me get those arms behind your back, lift you up, and throw you down. Stuckman trying to fight it off, and he can.
Ooh, out.
They're going to go out of bounds and go back to the center.
Will Mason, a very quick, aggressive, and strong
Yeah, he
wrestler.
likes to get those arms behind or those underhooks and tries to get the wrestler off the ground and get him on the back. There he is again.
Trying to do it, but the
Now he's
wrestler
trying to trip
knows
him.
it.
That's coming right towards Ryan. Ryan doing a good job not flinching down there.
He said if a player comes into him, he's moving, he's leaving the camera. Which is
Here we
exactly
go
what I
again.
would do.
Mason trying to get that takedown. I wouldn't be surprised if Stuckman gets called for stalling here pretty soon. There it is, 3-point takedown, and we're out of bounds.
Out.
Will Mason with the 3-point takedown, 3-0. We're heading to the center. And they're going to start back in neutral, 3-1. He's going to give up that 1 point and say, you know what, I know I can take him down. I'm going to try again.
I mean, I think Will always does that when he's in this situation. He always goes, neutral, please.
And right there, Will Mason kind of gave up some leverage on purpose to try to flip him over, but they go out of bounds.
He's trying to give enough
Ryan's going to have to
leeway.
be ready on the floor there. Ready for anything down there, Ryan. And
Especially
Mason's going
Will.
to try to circle and get that 2 points. He's got the leg. No, he doesn't. No points. And he's going to try to flip him. Cannot. Stuckman is very strong.
Ooh.
Mason trying to circle.
Stuckman able to keep his arm on Will's.
Ooh, but Mason's going to
side.
put him on his back. 3-point takedown. That's going to be 6-1. He's going to get some near fall, I think. Nope,
Yep.
potentially dangerous. Let's see what they give him. 2-point
points
near fall.
near fall.
So that's going to be 8-1.
That's amazing.
Will Mason, another mass media student, will be in third block tomorrow. As Mason's not going to give up the 2-point or the 1-point escape this time. We're off in wrestling. He's going to keep him down. Look at this. He's got the leg. Can he get the cradle? They're going to keep circling. I mean, they've got to call stalling here soon. Stuckman is just running away at this point. Now, part of that's trying to get out, but right now, he hasn't been able to do much. 8-1
He's not
lead.
really putting any initiative in what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's just moving away, trying to get away from Will, but Will is always going to be right there on you because he gets a grip and he does not let go.
Right.
He tries to keep you in whatever position.
Yeah, you can see him
wants.
he's trying to switch up those arms different ways, see if he can do something, and this might end up as a stalemate here.
Stuckman has, Will has Stuckman's leg in his own. Lets it go, though.
They're going to keep wrestling.
Keeping a great hold on Stuckman. But Stuckman is able to get out. No, Will still has him. And that is the end of first period.
Yeah, so good job of Mason there, not giving up a point, right? He kept that leg and made sure that he kept giving up the points. Mason's gonna defer here to the next period, and Stuckman's gonna start down, 8-1. Now look, Mason's going to the other side this time. He's been starting on the left side. He's going over to the right side.
Stuckman might be a little stronger on it.
Well, and maybe you're just trying to mess him up a
Whoa.
little bit. That's gotta be.
No! Okay.
That's going to be a 2-point reversal. So 2 points there for Stuckman on the reversal.
Will almost getting flipped onto his
Right.
back. You could see Stuckman try to bounce him
Yep.
up and over, but Will was just able to adjust himself well enough. Stuckman just trying to hold Will out now. Possibly
They're gonna
dangerous.
call potentially dangerous there. They're looking
Again.
to see if there's any blood. Yep, there is a blood timeout.
Most likely from Will. Oh, no.
No, it looks
Stuckman.
like Stuckman maybe.
Yep.
Mason's going to get some water, but right there, Stuckman got in a little bit control there. Right now, he's only down by 5 now. He was down by 7 most of this match so far. And so Will's going to come back in that down position. He's got to make something happen. Right now, we've got Will Mason, Luke Stuckman at 138. We'll next be going to 144, where we have Colby Smith against Jaeger Butte, then 150. So Cavemen are going to have to do better kind of both ends of the floor in order to compete with a pretty good Andrean team as they get ready to go. Next week, we'll have a couple broadcasts. Most notably, on Thursday, we're going to have our first swimming broadcast in a couple of years as we're going to host the Riley Wildcats in the natatorium here at Mishawaka High School.
Very exciting.
You working that?
I am working that.
Get ready.
I'm ready. I know it's really
It is
hot.
hot
right
in
now.
there.
The pool, ice cold. The air, 100 degrees. It's horrible.
It's very hot.
Seems like they will be back on the mat. Will Mason and, kids running back and forth. Will Mason and Luke Stuckman.
And we have another
Instant.
caution. That's the second caution on Mason, and he's saying something to the official. I think a third one will cost him a point, so he's got to be careful. No caution there as we're off in wrestling.
Thank God.
Mason's in a little bit of trouble right now. Can he get out? He's going to get that arm out. He's going to try to stand. He cannot.
Ooh.
Stuckman using his strength. Will's now up. He's got a hold of the leg. Can he turn him?
He's almost
trying.
there.
Look at that, how he's got that leg.
Hopefully,
And now
it'll
he's
call
got the head.
potentially dangerous.
Look at this.
Oh, my days. What
Not only is he
going
going
on?
to try to get a reversal. Oh, no, he's on his back.
No, Will. Come on, bro. Sorry.
He's turning out of it. He's
Thank
turning out of
God.
it. Huge move there by Luke Stuckman. That's going to be 4 points
points.
in near fall. That's going to make it 8-7.
Oh, dear day.
That was Mason had a good chance there, but then he got himself in a bad position. Good job getting out of it.
I guess you have to take risks when you're going
Yeah,
against someone.
sometimes you do. That one did not pay off for Will Mason. 38 seconds to wrestle here in period number 2.
And they do have some leeway to take risks.
Now he's standing. Stuckman still got his leg. Under 30 seconds. There we go. Blood time. Are they going to give him the escape, though?
Will pushing his arm up in the air like, come on, man.
So there's going to be conversation here, I think, about points. Coach Sandifer is going to say, hey,
Will going for his water once more. Sandifer talking to Will, probably being like, yo, you got to do this, you got to do that. You got to make sure you're not giving him a chance out there on the mat to get you. I mean, that play he tried to do where he flipped himself and tried to roll Stuckman onto his back, that was a great play, but a very risky one at that.
Absolutely.
I mean, if it could have been a pin, but thank God Will was able to flip himself around and
get out of it.
Stuckman's grasp.
Right now it's 8-7. I don't think they're going to say that he got the escape, even though he was right there. They're going to say he's still down, and that's too bad. He was right. We're going to try to stay unbiased up here. We're off and running. 15 seconds to wrestle. Period number 2. Mason trying to get up. He does get up. Can he get out? There it is, and he's going to not only get the escape.
Will almost moving like a dead
2-point
fish.
reversal. He held up 3, but that is a 2-point reversal. Big 2 points for Will Mason. We are heading to period number 3. Mason gets the choice.
Down. He's going to
Stuckman thought he was going to start down. Will wants to start in that. Will Mason going to start in that down position.
Maybe Will thinks he knows what Stuckman will do.
Wait, there's a little confusion here, but we're wrestling.
Maybe Will knows.
Well, the
Stuckman's
coaches for
talent.
Northwood thought it should have been their choice, but Will Mason did have the choice there, and he started in that down position.
Oh, Stuckman keeping Will.
Yeah, he's got
in a
that
great
leg.
hold.
Can't see much. Here's a better angle. We're out of bounds, back to the center.
I believe it's better to go out of bounds to get pinned.
Of course,
For
yeah,
Will.
of course. Will looks a little tired, though. He's going to have to try to make something happen quickly.
This has been a longer match. I mean, his match Tuesday night was I believe it was a quick one.
Yeah, it
Quicker than
was,
this
yeah.
one.
A quick pin. Here we go. We're off and wrestle. We're in period number 3. 1.5 minutes to wrestle. Mason's trying to turn, but make sure he doesn't get on his back. He does a good job there.
Ooh, Will gets
No
out
points.
off
He's
his
okay.
back.
No points. He's got the leg. Good job by Mason, but Stuckman stays with it. Stuckman's doing a good job of spreading those legs out, keeping Mason off.
Stuckman had
But now
a
we're
grip on
standing.
his ankle.
Stuckman still got the head, and Mason's going to get the reversal. 2-point reversal for Will
And
Mason.
can
Now
he
he's got
get
him on
the
the back.
pin? Can he get the pin?
That's
He
it.
gets the pin on Stuckman. A tied and long match of the night.
What? Colby Smith wrestled well last time. If
Drew
you
Ginter
disregard
still
the unsportsmanlike conducts, as they'll go back to center. Drew Ginter, as you said, undefeated on the year, and then Isaiah Butte had a big pin against Concord. We are off and wrestling here. Period number 1. 1:30 left to go in the first period.
Ooh,
Good shot there by Butte. That is Jaeger Butte of Northwood, not Isaiah Butte of the Mishawaka Cavemen. Smith out of bounds. We'll go back to the center. Smith's got to be careful not to get stalling calls. Stay in control of his emotions. Smith, a great shot, got the leg. Can he get him down? There it is.
Ooh,
Now he's on his
what a
back.
beautiful takedown by Smith.
That's going to be a 3-point takedown. Smith up 3-0.
Not able to hold him onto his back, but did get him into a very precarious situation.
3-point takedown, 3-0. He's got the arm. They're saying 5-0. I'm not sure that that's right. Yep, they are going to give him 2 on the near fall, so it is 5-0. We'll check at the next break. I think that is going to be correct. So when he got put on his back, they did get the 2 count.
Ooh,
A nice roll through there. Smith just such an aggressive wrestler, which puts him in good positions and
Yeah.
sometimes bad. But right
seems
now,
like Butte is a good defensive player. He's able to keep himself in a good position against Smith's
2-1.
advances.
That'll end the first period. Colby Smith with the 5-0 lead.
Green's choice, which
So that's going to be us. Smith's going to start in the down defensive position here to start period 2. That's a caution. Nope, they didn't give any caution. They're just going to say, hey, you got to wait for my call. There we go. We're off and wrestling. Smith going to try to get out of it. Good job there, hooking the leg, but he gets up. Tries to roll through. He's on his back. He's going to get the 2-3. They're going to give him a 3 count on that. But a great reversal, 2-point reversal. Okay, here we go. We got a 2-point reversal and a 2-point near fall, so 7-2. They did give the 2-point near fall, and look at this.
Ooh,
Daniel
Colby going for
Phillips
the legs.
in the house.
Colby Smith.
Coming at Ryan, coming at Ryan. Oh, we're good.
Almost flipped into
Ryan
our
standing
cameraman.
his ground down on the field, or excuse me, on the mat. It is 7-2 right now. Colby Smith, Cavemen up 15 points, 36-21. Daniel, how's the choir concert? Great. Daniel's here. He's ready. Choir concert, good. We are wrestling. Colby Smith has the big lead, 1:16 to wrestle here in period number 2. Still no points given there because Smith's still in control. He's going to try to turn him.
Getting a nice arm hold around his.
Yeah, he's trying to do what Brody did earlier. Look at, but that's not going to work. So he's going to go for a cradle maybe instead. Nope, not there. Coaches see something. They're telling him to do something. Sometimes it's hard to hear, though, down on the mat.
Maybe Colby should go
happening.
the way that his opponent's turning his hips.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That might be what they're
maybe
seeing.
You could use your leverage, yeah.
Because his opponent is turning his hip away from him to keep him from flipping him that way, but he could just. Seems like that time has passed. His coach is screaming, no, don't let him get up. Colby keeping
Yeah, there's
a
only
hold on
10
his leg.
seconds left, so giving up points late here.
Yeah.
And that's good. He's not going to give up points. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. We're out of bounds. We're going to go back to the center, but there's only 2 seconds, so he's just got to make sure not to give up points here late. Cavemen really in good position right here. They feel good about some of their matches coming up. Smith in control right here as we're... Colby Smith almost cut him loose there with only 2 seconds left, and that was not what they wanted. We're going to head to the third period.
Hearing the entire
Cavemen,
section go,
right.
No!
You saw the coaches, the other
I even heard some
wrestlers.
over here go,
Yep.
No!
If there's anything the Cavemen fans know, they know wrestling, and they knew, hey, don't do that.
Just like I said, a bunch of my friends
That's
are like,
true.
Mishawaka's more of a wrestling school.
2 minutes left here, third period, as we're off and wrestling. A roll through there doesn't help.
Beautiful roll through, though.
And they're going to call it right here. They're going to say an illegal hold there on Colby Smith. That's a 1-point penalty, 7-3. Again, we've got 3 more matches left after this one.
Seems like the swim meet.
Yeah, I think swim meet is over. We'll check in. Officials talking about something. I think they're a little bit confused. There's 2 things. The 3 near fall. They didn't give a reversal either. So they're going to come talk.
Doing a point check, most likely. Make sure everything's up to kosher, if you will.
So there's 1:45 left to wrestle in period number 3. Right now the scoreboard says 7-7. I think they might be taking some points away. Nope, it still says 7-7. Hold on, the official's going to talk again.
While we wait.
There's no way it's 7-7 and Colby Smith is in the down position because they didn't give a 2-point reversal.
Coach going up to the little table, being like,
and now all the coaches over here.
while we wait for the call, another quick shout out to Burton's Laundry and Drying
Yeah,
Cleaning.
absolutely. And
Sponsoring.
Forte Waterproofing.
And Forte Waterproofing. Forte Waterproofing, of course, being the best option.
So
for
coaches and officials now
weatherproofing.
breaking huddle here. Let's see what they call. I think they're going to keep it 7-7.
With Smith in the down position,
I'm very confused.
They're
They're going to say 7-7. That's what we got here. Smith going to try to get at least a 1-point escape to take the lead here in the third period.
Can Smith get out of it? Oh, beautiful roll through.
He tried to get out there, but he almost ended up on his back.
Oh, what is Smith doing? I mean, dang.
And
Potentially dangerous.
and that's too bad. There's potentially dangerous. I think it had to do with that knee getting hyperextended there.
That was a beautiful roll technique from
Yeah,
Smith.
he just couldn't quite get out. Braden Reed on deck here for the Cavemen. In the hole is going to be Drew Ginter. Seconds. I wonder if they just stay neutral. Yep. Coach Sanford saying, hey, let's go into neutral. Nope, he's gonna diamond, so he's gonna try to let him up, but slowly, see if he can get something. 1-point escape.
Ooh, almost getting the legs.
10-9 in favor of Northwood's Butte. Smith tried to trip, cannot.
Butte getting a good hold on his legs, but Smith getting a good hold on his leg. This is confusing. They're Beyblading.
Still nothing. They're Beyblading.
They're holding each other, trying to see who can
and there it is, 3-point takedown for Northwood's Butte. There's 16 seconds left. He's got to do something. He's got to do it fast.
Will this be a win for Northwood Panthers?
1-point escape. 13-10. 5 seconds.
Northwood side.
And right now, there's been no.
Braden keeping DeFar in a safe distance, probably trying to see what DeFar will do to try to get in. Oh, but Reed does grab DeFar's leg, but falls onto his own back and gives DeFar a 3-point takedown.
3-point takedown for Northwood. 3-0, and Reed's in a little bit of trouble there on the edge of the mat.
You like to see a wrestler taking advantage, trying to get that takedown, but he did accidentally give DeFar a takedown himself.
It is out of bounds.
Pardon me. Take the points.
Uh-oh.
Oh, they're fighting for control, and Reed is almost on his back. DeFar not able to get him
there it goes.
quite, but he might be able to get him now.
And he's getting the near fall. Can he get the pin? This is a big one.
I believe that will be a 4-point fall soon.
Yeah, they're going to give him.
If he doesn't get the pin, they might call it here. No.
Okay, that's the end of the period. So that's going to be 4 near fall, as well as the 2 reversal, I think.
For DeFar?
Well, maybe not. Let's see what they got here.
I do not believe he has it. Not quite yet.
Well, he's trying to turn him to that left side.
Oh, and he does get him on his back. Can
you can see it from there. He's getting the near fall count. Nope. No, they do have it. As we'll go back into neutral. Michelin takes a shot. Ginter fights it off. He fights it off again. He's going to try to circle. Oh, no.
Oh, Michelin almost getting on his back.
Yeah, good job fighting that off. But Ginter's going to kind of seesaw his way. He's got his on the underhooks there.
Michelin continuing to try to reach for that leg, but just doesn't have enough reach against Cradle him, but decides not to. Ooh, Ginter does get a good hold on Michelin's legs.
Yeah, he slips out the back end. That's going to be an easy 2-point reversal here if he can get his arm out. There it is.
Yes.
2-point reversal makes it 3-2.
I believe he might try to push him out. No, he flips him back in. Almost flips himself onto his back.
Yeah, now he's in bad position. 2-point reversal.
Oof.
Those of you watching, thanks for sticking with us. I know there's some internet problems we've been having a little bit up and down, so we're aware of that. With a light-up hat, it was sweet.
Good job. Braden Reed walking behind us.
Yeah, you got to congratulate him, man.
Good job on that win.
Ginter's got the arm there. We are about a minute and a half left in period number 2. Only one match left. That's Isaiah Butte of the Mishawaka Cavemen. That looks like it'll be an escape. There it is. 1 point escape for Michelin, 6-2.
In favor of
Michelin goes for the shot. Ginter fighting it off. He's going to try to do something.
Ginter has a hold on that back leg, but just can't hold on long enough.
Uh-oh.
Whoa!
3-point takedown for Michelin.
might
And now
get
he's not going to. Drew Ginter shaking his head there, saying he thought he could have done a little better, but he gets the pin, gets the 6 points, and the Cavemen will extend their lead to 48-24.
Next up, 165, Isaiah Butte going against Carson Brick
There you go.
of Northwood.
Last match of the game of the night here, as it'll be 165. Butte Bricky, center of the mat. One last match. Cavemen gonna win. It's just a question by how much. They're up 24 right now. A big win against a very talented Northwood team. Butte runs them out of bounds.
Us or Northwood?
No, if there's a unsportsmanlike.
Us or Northwood?
No, if there's a unsportsmanlike call here, which I wouldn't be surprised if they have one. If they're saying, hey, he can't continue because of an injury.
I don't know if they should call that I mean, possibly he slammed him a little harder than
Maybe.
he needed to,
The big thing is you're not supposed to pick up and throw down. You're supposed to lay down, and that's the big problem there.
due to the force of the land, they might call it a sportsman. Secondary ref going over there and talking to him and be like, hey, blah, blah, blah. I mean,
yeah, so they're going to say injury, and that's going to end it.
A win for
Northwood. Yep. Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Isaiah Butte.
They've given us the points. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, but let's talk quickly about what we got going on here.
Oh, they just took the points away.
Yep. The Cavemen are going to win tonight. We had some kind of bad blood here at the end. The good thing is on the mats, we're in good shape. The players are shaking hands. Everybody seems to be okay. They did change it. 6 points for Northwood, so that's going to end at 48-30.
A close
Northwood. So we are going to end this broadcast. Northwood. So we are going to end this broadcast. Tough way to end there. We're going to finish this up. Good work by the. Tough way to end there. We're going to finish this up. Good work by the camera people on the floor here tonight. Evan killing it over here. Sometimes he's on the floor here tonight. Evan killing it over here. Sometimes he's trying to figure out first wrestling match of the season. How do you feel? There you go. Good. First wrestling match of the season. How do you feel? There you go. Good. Evan will be on the call tomorrow night here in the cave for varsity boys. Tomorrow night here in the cave for varsity boys basketball. This one against the Andrean Fighting 59ers. That's going to be on Evan's quiz tomorrow about Andrean, the Fighting 59ers. Long drive up here. Action this weekend at Calumet, so if you want to see some good wrestling, there's some good teams over there. Action this weekend at Calumet, so if you want to see some good wrestling, there's some good teams over there in the Calumet tournament. You can catch the Cavemen there as they will face off against many teams, including one of the 3A teams that's wrestling very well, and that is the Lowell team. So, Cavemen win tonight.
Have undefeated